So if you've ever tried to live a truly global life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you're working in Dubai, maybe staying in Bali, traveling through Europe, but your bank, it's stuck back in one place. Today we're diving into a solution that's actually built for a life without borders.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we're going to unpack that huge, frustrating problem that so many travelers face. Then we'll zoom out a bit and see how the history of money itself kind of led us to this breaking point. From there, we'll jump into the solution, break down exactly how it works with a super handy checklist, and finally, we'll talk about what true financial freedom really looks like in this borderless world. All right, let's get right into it, the real heart of the conflict. Why is it that the more global we become, the more our banks seem to be holding us back? It just doesn't make sense, right?
And this, right here, just perfectly captures that frustration. You've got banks that just don't travel with you, which leads to suddenly frozen cards and blocked payments. And honestly, what's the most infuriating part? It's that constant demand for local proof of residence. I mean, that's a complete non-starter for anyone living a global life. It really just boils down to a simple, painful truth. Your life is global, but your bank is not.
And look, it's not just a one-time thing. It's a whole pattern of failures. Your card gets frozen out of the blue with no warning. Your totally legitimate international payments get blocked by some automated fraud system that just can't compute your lifestyle. The whole system, from the ground up, is built on this really outdated idea that every single person has one fixed, permanent home. But here's the thing. This isn't just a personal inconvenience. It's actually a systemic problem. And to really understand why it's happening, we need to look at the bigger picture. You know, how money itself has changed over time. Think about it. We've already seen money evolve 5 times. We went from bartering goods to coins, which gave kings control, then came paper for speed, plastic for pure convenience, and of course, mobile for instant access. Now? Well, now we're living through the 6th evolution, crypto. And what makes this leap so different is this core idea of freedom. For the very first time, it's not about a new middleman, it's about removing them completely. And this quote it nails it. It's not about tech for the sake of tech. It's that our tools for exchange have always had to adapt to our lifestyles. And today, let's be honest, traditional banking just isn't keeping up with a truly global way of life. So, if the old system is totally broken, what's the alternative? Well, that brings us to the solution, what we're calling the unfrozen asset. And we're not just talking about a new piece of plastic here. We're talking about a card that's built for a global movement. Now, check out this contrast. It's pretty stark, isn't it? On one side, you've got this world of frozen accounts, border friction, and constant paperwork. But on the other, you've got total control, seamless payments, and a system that's actually designed for your lifestyle. It's the difference between being controlled by intermediaries and having true financial freedom. And this is what that freedom actually looks like in practice. You can see the whole flow here, from your crypto assets, moving through the card, and bam, ending up as a seamless payment anywhere in the world. It's a system designed to work the way you do, globally, instantly, and without all those old world restrictions. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work? Like, can you really buy a coffee in Rome with crypto? The answer is yes, you absolutely can. Let's break down the practical stuff. First up on our traveler's checklist is an absolute game changer. It's something called instant conversion. This is the magic that makes it all happen. You see, you're not actually paying the coffee shop in Bitcoin. Your card, at the exact moment you tap to pay, converts just enough of your crypto into the local currency, like euros or yen, to complete the sale. It's totally seamless. Next up, let's talk about erasing that awful, sinking feeling you get when your card gets declined in a foreign country. The goal here is nothing less than zero border friction. And the crucial point here is how it does this. It's by integrating with the tech you already use and trust every single day. By adding your card to Apple Pay or Google Pay, you're using a system that payment terminals all around the world already recognize. You pay just as easily as a local. No more drama. All right, so a really practical question. How do you even get money onto the card in the first place? This brings us to feature number 3. Flexible top-ups. So the whole system is really designed for people who are already in the crypto economy. It lets you quickly add funds using established assets like Ethereum and Bitcoin, or even stablecoins like Tether, which, as you know, are pegged to a currency like the US dollar to keep their value nice and steady. And finally, we hit what might be the most important question of all. Where can I actually use this thing? Let's talk about global acceptance. The answer is
Pretty much everywhere. This isn't some niche boutique card. Because it runs on the Visa or Mastercard networks, it's accepted all over the world. From a street food stall in Bangkok to a department store in Paris, if they take cards, they take your card. Simple as that. So, when you put all of those features together, it brings us right back to the most important benefit of all. See, this isn't just about convenience. It's about reclaiming control. It's your money, following your rules.
Ultimately, this is the promise. You keep full and total control of your funds. There's no conventional banking middleman who can just decide to freeze your account because your travel patterns look suspicious to them. You are in charge.
And that feeling is powerful. It's the freedom to pay for something abroad without that split second of anxiety, that moment where you wonder if this will be the time your card gets declined for no good reason. Yeah, it's time to stop holding your breath every single time you swipe.
So as we wrap this up, we're left with one final, pretty provocative question. This shift in finance, it's happening, whether the old institutions are ready for it or not. So the only question that's really left is this: are you early? Or are you going to be the one stuck trying to explain blockchain to your bank manager?